o'clock. Yeah, we got stuff to do. I got things to do. Places to be. What's going on, YouTube? How you doing? How you living? Plugged up. Hey, what's going on, Narc Bullies? It's your boy, King David. Let's go. Let's get it. Let me go ahead and get this party started. We're not going to be on here too long. I got to get to TikTok. I think I'm going to start doing the AI thing, y'all. You see me on there doing the AI thing? You know, don't say nothing. Just join in, you know. Give me a shout out or something, because you ain't going to stop me from doing it. I'll tell you that much. It seems like a lot of fun. And they're running up a bag. Are you crazy? I will definitely be running up that bag. But listen, let's talk about it. This is not going to be a long one because I'm going to get over to TikTok and do what I do. I got to do a workout, and then I might, you know, do the AI thing after the workout or before or during. You know, I'm coming up with my own little AI thing. I don't know if you guys know, but there's this trending thing on TikTok where people are acting like, you know, AI, and people come in there and give them gifts, and they'd be like, "Oh, thank you," you know, and "Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the corn," you know. Now some of them are doing too much. You know, you have some Negroes on there, you know, acting a fool, typical, doing too much. But, you know, overall, it seemed like a fun little trend. Obviously, it's a social experiment from TikTok, but I'm going to tell you something about when they started this thing. I noticed that about a couple months ago or a month ago or so, my views went down. And my views never go down on TikTok live streams. And then all of a sudden, they started pushing this chick with this AI thing. So I believe they're doing is mainly trying to push people to really stop talking about conscious stuff and kind of go for the bag. It really don't matter. You don't have to speak about conscious stuff in every one of your lives. You can still get that bag on your lives and make videos, right, with conscious stuff in it. And the way I look at it, there's a couple of different reasons why I'm going to do it. It looks like it's fun. I'm going to get that bag. And two, it spreads you out the algorithm. So if you have conscious content and videos saved on there, then when people come in for the lives, they're laughing or whatever, then they go see your content like, "Oh, this dude's like a serious dude." Exactly. You know, I'm gonna take advantage of this. I'm gonna take advantage of it. They're not gonna play with me. I'm gonna get that bag. So if you come over to TikTok, which most of you people do, I didn't even realize that. A lot of content creators on YouTube, they watch TikTok all day. They're just not really big on TikTok, and some of them are bigger on TikTok than they are on YouTube. But it depends on what you're big and you're doing, right? A lot of guys that are really big on TikTok aren't really on YouTube like that, because if you're big enough in the right kind of way on TikTok, you know, you got a name for yourself, right? You'll eventually work your way to YouTube. A lot of these guys, they're really big on TikTok, but you never heard of them. You know, you know, you can get big on there and not really be nobody. You know what I'm saying? And they know that. But yeah. Listen, the semen retention, right? It's gonna help you. It's gonna accelerate your ascension, which everybody's going through an ascension right now. If you didn't, you know what I'm saying, get the, you know what. And even then, there's a way to detox that stuff out of you. But you're going through an ascension. But I'm telling you, and a lot of the reason why is because a lot of women right now are falling into a lower vibrational state. Not women, but females, because the social construct, you know, and the powers that be are convincing them that it's okay and it should be a liberating thing to accumulate bodies. And there's nothing liberating or independent or whatever about accumulating a bunch of bodies. That, you know, even as a man, you can justify it, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense even as a man, because the energy that you're spending doing that and expensing, you can put into something else. But definitely, if you're a woman doing it, you're really just a lower vibrational creature that can't operate outside of the carnal pleasures of the body. So, you know what I'm saying? We have to elevate right now, being leaders, and women as well, but men, where they have us in this state where they're trying to get us to be submissive and allow the woman to lead, and the woman doesn't really want to. And listen, they'll say a lot of stuff, but you got to go off of their actions. You know, just going off their actions, it doesn't really seem like the women really want to lead. And right now, it seems like they're ready to take, you know, their normal place of things and step out of the leadership role, because they realized that was a lot of women out there, ladies, are realizing that that masculine role is not something that they really want to be doing for the rest of their lives, and age out of being able to find a really good man. And that being said, your heightened level of consciousness, a lot of people call it different things, but if you're going through your Kundalini Awakening, um, it's rough. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that will include a dark night of the soul, some hermit mode action where you're isolating yourself. Like God will isolate you away from everybody because you cannot ascend with a bunch of demons around you. You cannot ascend with a bunch of lower vibrational people that want to keep you in a place that they visualize you at, that you may have been at some point in time in your life, but you're no longer there. And they don't want to see you at the elevated state that you're at or the elevated consciousness. So they'll consistently project onto you, which that's why the isolation is needed. Just going hermit mode, getting away from everybody, and just, going within, so you don't go without, right? You're just going within and figuring everything out. And honestly, like when you go within, all the problems that you have, you realize you can figure those things out. They're really not problems, they're lessons. And the more you start figuring these lessons out, it's like, man, it's like a lot of stuff really worked in my favor. Because a lot of times we think it's something bad until we get to the end state of it. And then everybody's always like, you know what? If it wasn't for that journey, okay, well, instead of waiting until you get to the end, think that way now. While you're going through it, think like, well, this isn't really going through. This is elevating me. And if you think of it that way, it's going to unlock a whole lot of possibilities and options to elevate you out of the lesson that you're learning right now. So that's the way I look at things. I don't never look at anything like, people can project onto me all day long, right? And they do, right? They see me as a person that's attractive enough and strong enough so they can project onto and hate on and whatever, and they feel like I should be strong enough to take it. Now, if I was, unattractive, if I seem really vulnerable, they probably wouldn't do it from fear of me probably, doing something crazy, what I'm saying, to myself. But people do that kind of stuff when you're a strong person. They just project their insecurities onto you and they feel like you should be able to take it, especially if you're an attractive, strong person. And I'm realizing this kind of stuff, right? So I don't let none of this stuff get to me. I don't really let anyone in my energy. You know what I'm saying? I really keep my energy sacred, and the semen retention taught me that. So when a lot of Jezebel women, and again, fellas, when you start going on semen retention, it doesn't matter what they look like anymore. Because when you look at it from a broad perspective, they all look the same. You know how many, I'm going to be real. I'm on TikTok and I'm scrolling through. I got two different phones. Do you know how many women look like the other woman? They're all doing the same makeup. They're all using the same facial filter that's morphing their face. They're just different shades of the same person. You know what I'm saying? Not the same person, but you know what I mean? The same physical outline or whatever. Doesn't matter. So what it shows you is whatever woman's putting pressure on you to make you feel like she's something that you need to get to, you realize that's a Jezebel, because there's a ton of them. And if you go off the math, there's twice as many of them as there is us. Excuse me. And if you're making yourself into a select guy, then most women go after what, like 10 to 5% of the same men. That's why there's so many pookies and whatnot with so many different baby mamas, because everybody. So, if you're making yourself into a select guy, which, I'm giving you the background on how to do that, never pay women any attention, go after your purpose, get in shape, get back in school or start doing some reading. Definitely educate yourself. Knowledge is everything. You should be trying to get as much knowledge from different places. You don't, listen, what is that, how does that saying go? Knower of all, master of none, or something like that. You want to know everything. You want to have your hands in everything. You as a man, you don't let anyone tell you what you can't study and why do you think I got into spirituality and started, doing tarot? When I did it because people are telling me not to do it. Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna tell me what not to do when I know the powers that be use remote viewing all the time. Nah, we ain't gonna do that kind of stuff. We ain't gonna play them games, right? See, if you start letting people put you in a box, then you don't understand how the world really works, which the world works in a way that there's good and bad with everything. Everything can be either light or dark. It's about the way that you decide to go about things. So if you want to operate in dark, you could be a preacher operating in dark, manipulating people and lusting after other men's wives while you're in the pulpit. Or you could be a man of the light, and be up there just giving out the message of God, loving your wife, and getting up out of there before any Jezebels that are in, the congregation, wearing clothes that are inappropriately tight and revealing, inside of, the house of God. right? You get out of there, you know. So there's light and there's dark and everything. Just like I was talking about the congregation, there can be some good ladies in the congregation that are there. You get the word of God with their man, and there could be some single ladies in there lusting while wondering why they're sweating, sitting in the you know what I'm saying, sitting in the chairs. Well, you know, you're burning because your butt is over there doing some lustful things in the house of God. But again, there's light and there's dark with everything. You don't allow somebody to tell you what's wicked and what's not. It's a lot of the ways that people have controlled people throughout history is by telling them, oh, don't do that or don't look at that. That's wrong. That's says who? Because I know some people that will go to church and then, you know, turn around and commit the most heinous crimes, or people that's supposed to be, you know, put in positions of power who have secret lives doing all kind of heinous acts, right? So again, it's about perspective. You know, they want to keep you in a box and have you thinking a certain kind of way that's limited, instead of you thinking, well, you know what? I'm allowed to learn whatever I want. I'm not a wicked person. Therefore, I would never use anything that's outside of the realm of what God would want me to do. You know, so whatever I decide to learn, I'm an enlightened man. I'm allowed to do that. No one's allowed to tell me what I'm not allowed to learn. You need to be enlightened and know everything and use discernment. That's all you got to do. If you guys hit the like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. I appreciate you guys joining me. The podcast is growing and showing. If it was not for you guys, the new subscribers and the old subscribers, this wouldn't be possible. You guys make this channel. Therefore, I'm going to, even if it's late, I'm going to be putting out content after content, different kinds of content that show you guys my support and my love from all the love and support that you guys are showing me in the channel. Salute. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. You know, y'all are the dopest to ever do it. This soul tribe right here is definitely a part of the original soul tribe of King David the Chosen. And, you know, new soul tribe members, I appreciate y'all. You know, the channel is growing quickly, and I'm going to keep up with the growth, and we're going to spread and get more Sigma males and Sigma females to discuss the things that actually matter, and not just online discussing dating babble. Because the dating babble, this is how it's babble and why I call it babble. Why are we discussing, you know, different terms and conditions about dating and traumas, when if we get to the root of the problem, which is getting close to God, and then we get close to God, you're not worried about hurrying up and getting things done. See, that's the devil having to hurt. That's why you have a dating check sheet and all this weirdo stuff, and they have you speed dating and telling you that you should be, you know, testing the waters first, and then if the sex is good, you're doing everything backwards. You know, you build a rapport with the person you're going to be intimate with, because when you are in the action of having intercourse, that is magic being made, and you don't even understand that. And then you turn around, and by the end of the magic, you know, you release enough magic to create life, and you're just like, oh, I wonder why I can't never get myself together, and I wonder why I can't focus. You're literally putting yourself inside of a bunch of different vessels, and those vessels are allowing themselves to have a bunch of different, you know what I'm saying, men inside of them, and they're getting all these spiritual demons in there, and then you're jumping in them, and it's for what reason? When you're enlightened, you're thinking like, for that dopamine fix, what are you doing? There are no loyal, you know, for the ladies that are watching as well, there are no loyal people out there like that are, you know, dating in that kind of manner, where they're not vetting and taking time. Because when you're you know, when you respect your body and you're enlightened and you know it's your vessel, you're not going to be just sleeping with somebody when they, oh, I think that you're hot, and it's a hot chick. So what? You're a hot chick, and there's a hot chick out there that's not giving her body to everybody, that's going to give herself to me after we've vetted each other, gone on dates, and feel comfortable with each other. We should be able to go on some dates and do some sweating, go on some dates and do some eating and some drinking and some laughing, and, you know, just get to know each other and build a rapport. And that way, whenever you're doing something intimate with this woman, it's going to be like you're going to know her. You're going to feel like she's, you know, divine, feminine woman, which means she's, you know, on her purpose and she's there for her man. And whenever you're intimate with her, best believe, trust me, I know, when you're being intimate, when you're done, you're going to feel energized. You're going to feel energized. See, when you're with a Jezebel succubus, see, they done convinced us that, oh, when she puts you to bed, she's great. No. Are you crazy? Kings have had multiple women, and they would be getting with them all throughout the day and then go right off some policy. You're not supposed to be having a woman that makes you want to go to bed. Nah, that's a succubus, incubus, Jezebel spirit that's done sucked all the life out of your ass. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, no, no, no. See, nah, we're not dealing with that, right? I can guarantee you those kind of women are the ones you meet in the bar and they're trying to get with you and lay with you in bed that same night. No, man, we're looking for, and again, we're not looking for nuns or anything like that. We're just looking for women that understand that their body's a temple. And why would you give it to some guy that the dating check sheet say he passes the bar, he's 6 foot something, he's making a certain kind of money, you know what I'm saying? He's driving a certain kind of car. He may have an apartment in his own name or whatever. Well, okay. Does he have a bunch of women? If he has a bunch of women, he's a codependent loser. He needs y'all, right? We gotta be a little bit more critical about who we allow in our energy. You know, listen, I know some of you people are newer to the energy thing and the awakening, but it's all about energy. It is all about energy, right? And you have people that take energy, and there's multiple ways to take energy, through mental manipulation and relationships. You can take energy by just being a succubus, always, just a real pretty woman that just keeps wanting to sleep with everybody. And then you get caught up in that. And then you're wondering why your head's all weird afterwards. Your brain's kind of foggy because you've taken on her spiritual demons, and those demons are having her run around wanting to give her loins to everybody, and it's going to have you want to drop in vibration, do the same thing, right? It's not worth it. And I'm going to tell you something. For the guys out there that have not been with that many women yet, I understand you want to go out there and get some demons on. You probably are in your early 20s. But you guys out here that are in your late 20s, or if you're super enlightened in your early 20s, definitely in your 30s, if you done been with a few, you done been with enough. You know what I'm saying? You done been with a few, you done been with enough. Now shake it off, be a man, and go somewhere and build something. You know what I'm saying? Got my lemon lime water. I don't play. I'm about to work out on TikTok. Hey, if you guys see me on TikTok doing the AI thing, and I will be doing it, if you see me over there, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for, if you see that, you don't judge me, okay? I'm getting to the bag, and I'm teaching you something, okay? Here's the thing, and here's the rub, right? First of all, I don't care what anybody thinks. So when you watch me, first of all, I'm over there on TikTok paving my own way anyway. I'm over there making ladies smile and working out, right? Now I get to make ladies smile and get the bag. What do you think I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be over there doing what I do, right? Which I'm going to do that when I get off of here, but not the AI thing. I'm probably going to wait till this weekend or whatever. But listen, real quick before I go, I don't want to be on here too long, but stay focused on what you're doing. However you're getting to your bag, as long as it's legal, it doesn't matter what people think of it. If it's legal, you do whatever you do. Everybody has a backstory, right? You do whatever you do. Who's to say whatever you're doing isn't the right way, right? Let's say the AI thing, for example. Who's to say that isn't the right way? Everyone's laughing and having a good time when they're watching it, so people think that it's funny or degrading, but those people are probably doing things that lady who's doing the AI thing don't have to do every day, that she probably would consider, degrading, like getting their butts up and being a slave, going into a 9 to 5, dealing with traffic, dealing with a manager that's probably dumber than you, while all she has to do is sit there, thank you for the gifts, thank you for the gifts, thank you for the, you know what I'm saying? So who's the fool, right? Who's looking dumb? You got to look at different things from different perspectives, because people are going to talk about you no matter what. You could be doing the most honorable thing online all day long, and some people and some women will consider you to be some kind of way loose, or think you're out in the streets running around and doing, for what reason? Just doing stuff and saying things because it makes them feel better and comfortable enough to sleep at night, knowing that there's a really attractive person out there that's single, they don't need anybody, and they've never seen that before, and it bothers them. Doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? People being people, right? The lady for you, and ladies, flip the role, make it work, you know what I'm saying? Reverse or whatever. But, gentlemen, The lady for you will be on board with your program, right? If you're online running a couple channels doing the AI thing, she'll be right there sitting next to you, or she'll be running her own little AI channel, and y'all take y'all money together. And well, it's gonna be you, because women normally keep their money, which is fine, whatever. We don't really need the women's money, but you know what I'm saying. Just building together, right? It won't be anyone like questioning, and are you sure you want to do that, or what do your family or friends think? Who cares? Who cares? I'm not doing nothing degrading. I ain't taking any clothes off. I'm not out in the street, so it shouldn't make no never mind. You know, Entertainment is entertainment, period, point blank, right? And part of healing is laughing. And that's why I'm on, YouTube being myself, because I know I'm kind of goofy, right? Like I am. And I'm able to be myself and be comfortable doing that, so, y'all can feel comfortable being yourselves and laugh and stuff like that, because it's part of the healing process. That's why I work out on TikTok, and I could get on there and just do a bunch of this talk. Why I do that? I got 4 YouTube channels, another TikTok, and a Facebook and an Instagram. I can do all that on there. I want to make women laugh and smile. So, it's part of the healing process. I know what I'm doing. That's what I'm basically saying. I know what I'm doing. You cannot, a lot of problems that I see with a lot of healers out here, they're stiff. And then you come to find out they're like perverts or something. I'm not going to listen. Part of healing is embracing all of you, which is your sexuality, but you have to make sure you're disciplined, right? And you can find a way to be sensual and sexual without being, slutty and whatnot. And I'm trying to show y'all like that good balance, because when you balance everything out and you're able to align and balance out your light and your dark, instead of ignoring everything about you that's shadowy or ego-y, you're able to balance it out, because there's such thing as called toxic positivity. You can't be all the way positive all the time. That's toxic. So, you have to be able to acknowledge all the different levels of emotion that you go through while you're here in this physical plane, in this realm. That's what you're here for. It's a school, right? But the part of the school that people keep missing is balancing everything out, making sure that you can go through those, emotions or whatever, but then get back to neutral. And don't let those emotions or whatever run you, right? So, that's what it's about. You're not supposed to ignore things, because you build up something that can be really lethal when you do stuff like that. And then you could take all that vengeful, malice you built up and take it out on somebody that you don't really mean to. Look, y'all, don't judge me. I gotta get ready for my workout. And don't judge me when you see me doing the AI thing. But look, make sure you're having a good time. Make sure you're not taking things too serious. But if you need to check somebody, check them. If you need to put out whatever, don't be worried about what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter. They'll go from loving you today to hating you for 2 weeks to loving you again. Okay? Okay? Everybody's attention span is about 15 seconds long, maybe 20. Okay? All right? So let's not worry about it. Be yourself. And it's the internet. You're supposed to have fun with it. Just like you come to this realm to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Your soul's here for your, your human experience, right? Man, you're supposed to have fun on the internet. You're not supposed to take it serious. Like, come on, y'all. That's the problem. People want to make the internet reality. It's not reality. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's virtual reality. It used to be called that back in the day. Now they just dropped all that and they try to make it like reality. Come on, y'all. We don't have social credit scores and things of that nature. Not yet anyway, not in this country. Don't let them give it to you now. Who cares what people are saying about you online? They don't know you. Who cares? Guess what? When you meet a woman in person, or any woman online that has any sense, she'll see your qualities. Who cares what everybody? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Continue on your semen retention. Hold that nut. I'm telling you. And the ladies will come to you, and then you vet them. Because when you're holding that nut, the seed of life, you're bending reality to your will. Literally, just whatever you think, whatever you're imagining, you're making sure you're keeping it where you want it to be, where your attention needs to be at, and you're creating your own world. You're not going to allow any people that don't believe in you to even operate. Honestly, when someone is not even in your perspective, meaning like they're not in your life on a regular basis, think about that. Are they really in your world? Are they really? If they're not somebody that you're interacting with and you just hear about them, are they really in your world? So when you hear people talk about main character energy and things of that nature, it's about your perspective. Everything in this life is about perspective. If you shift the perspective, the negative stuff, then it's going to be just about negative stuff. If you shift the positive stuff, you see what I'm saying? Certain things that you won't even notice until someone brings it to your attention. So it's all about perspective. You can go all day long, all your life, not even noticing certain things until somebody says something, unlock that part of your consciousness, and then your perspective shifts. So we're all about the perspective of this is our life, this is our movie. Anything that happens in this is a lesson. So you can't get embarrassed or ashamed or allow others in your movie to make you. They're just extras. Who cares what they think? Extras and NPCs. Who cares? That's all I'm saying. Oh, I've been frozen up for how long? For a while. That's why I got to keep an eye on the video from here because if it freezes up and you guys don't say anything in the chat, I can't do anything about it. Oh, you did say something. Ah, Fendi, you caught me slipping, bro. I didn't even have the chat open. Ah, you got me, bro. You got me. You got me. You got me, man. I was just running my mouth and I checked the chat before I even had it open. And you were like, camera froze. Ah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I should have the chat open. That's my fault. That is my fault. I should have had the chat open. I do got, some of my actual soul tribe from the original channel. Fendi from, King David the Chosen. What up? What's up, homie? I appreciate you looking out for me, man. I don't even know how long it was frozen up. It looked like it froze up when I was touching my face, and that was a while ago. But I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'll be more, observant. I'm trying to do better also with my language, because, I had a young man hit me up on another channel, the podcast channel, and he was like, talking about, he's like 18 or 19 or 20 or something. He's like looking up to me and stuff and like, appreciates the information and he's on his journey. So, if I have young men like that, young kings watching, I have to really be careful what I'm saying. I got to take accountability and responsibility. I'm really big on that. So I'm going to, change up the way I speak a little bit better, clean it up, especially since there's younger men watching. I don't want to be innuendoing, to, sexually, while these guys are just trying to begin their life, and I don't want them to be thinking too much about women like that and stay focused on their purpose. So I'm gonna get on my Patreon and do a lot of that kind of stuff, and TikTok. But on here, I'm gonna make sure that I'm giving out information that can be taken in, disseminated on any age level, and no one feeling like it's probably something that's a little bit too grown for them at the age that they are. So I'm gonna definitely clean that up. But I appreciate y'all, all the ones that are coming over from the King David the Chosen channel, even the haters. Listen, the channel's growing, and whatever YouTube did to my main channel, they're not going to do it to none of these. And if you haven't noticed, a lot of my content from my original channel is moving it around on these channels, and those videos are going viral. So obviously I have great content. Obviously the people have always known that. But if the system itself is working against me and shadow banning me and demonetizing or whatever without giving me any kind of notification, I got to figure it out on my own. But I'm an engineer. I got it. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, these other 3 channels I made is really my get back at YouTube for trying to be slick without telling nobody. Because when they do stuff like that, if you're not a man or woman of God, you'll start doubting yourself. And I never doubt myself. I know my content is top tier. I have too many people copying me. Too many people with more subscribers than me copying me. I'm going to stop saying copying. Being influenced by me. I don't know how it happened. It makes no never mind. All I got to do is build the rest of my 3 channels up, and then my main channel come back to life, because I don't need the algorithm on that once I get enough subscribers on my other channels. So I still win. And guess what? By demonetizing me, I went harder on my main channel and started making content like crazy. So guess what? I have the ability now to make content like crazy on all of my channels without breaking a sweat. And I have a ton of content that got no views due to them, you know what I'm saying, dropping me out of the algorithm and pretty much demonetizing me. Well, only the 30 something subscribers I have that watch my content seen it. Well, you know, I can take that same content, put it across any platform on YouTube, the other ones I have, or TikTok, or Facebook, or Instagram, and get tons of views. So it never stopped me. I'm using my main channel like a repository, like an archive. I dip into it and grab what I want when I need. Listen, man, when you're tapped in and when you're, you know what I'm saying, on your semen retention game, everything just makes sense. And what you mainly do is you're always working to improve and optimize so that you're working less and putting out higher quality stuff, and you're never letting anything go to waste. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing goes to waste. You use everything. You know, and you're at your, you know, your confidence is like, you know that everything you've been through, God is taking care of you. No one has ever, you know, extended their hand and carried you through anything altogether except God. So when you know that, why would you be worried about where you're going to end up at? Why would you think that, oh, you know, there's something wrong with me and my content's not getting views? Nah, man. Ain't never nothing wrong with me. There's always somebody trying to mess with me or slow me down. But every time something has come up and tried to slow me down, all it did was set me. So listen, if I would have never gotten demonetized on my main channel, would I have been able to make content on Facebook, Instagram, both my TikToks, and my other 3 YouTube channels? No, I would have been lazy and only able to make content on maybe 1 or 2 channels. But by them demonetizing me, not telling me nothing, and I just make all kind of different content to see if I can get in the algorithm, and I kept getting in the algorithm, but then they would shut me back down. They kept demonetizing videos and flagging them for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Just random weird things flagging them. So it was them finding, I think after a certain amount of flags, they can demonetize. It's something weird like that, right? But they don't tell you this kind of stuff. I'm intuitive and I'm an engineer. I'm very dangerous. You can't, I'm intuitive. So that means that God is showing me, hey, there's something weird here and it's something to do with the platform. Then I'm an engineer. So I can look into the analytics and be like, oh yeah, I get to about 300 impressions and I drop off every single video. They're allowing me to be seen by 300 people and then cutting me off. Oh, you think you're slick. All right. I'm going to go ahead and make 3 more channels. What you going to do about it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to make all kind of money off your ass. Ah. See, we don't lose. We don't lose. We don't let nothing get us down. We don't look for people to, oh, I don't understand what's going on. And everybody online hating and everything, right? Or whoever that your haters are, oh, they're falling off and they're being punished for da 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 da. No, 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 fool. I'm not being punished for nothing. You're being punished. That's why I live rent free in your mind and you watch me all the time. I don't know what y'all do, right? You don't know what goes on outside of, you know what I'm saying, what you see on camera. And I don't never tell you. So you make up stuff. And when you make up stuff and you're wrong, you're going to give yourself karma. So I don't have to defeat my enemies. They defeat themselves. They're stupid. They will say anything. They will say anything to make themselves feel like they're winning. Oh, he looked like he put on about 5 pounds of water weight. These idiots will say anything to make themselves feel like they're winning something, or just stop. You know what I'm saying? Just stop. Bunch of losers, being losers, hoping for your downfall, not knowing that they're just helping you win every single time. Frozen again? All right, we're done. All right, guys, we're done here. I'm not going to continue to have this freezing thing happen. I have to come in this thing with a whole battery. I do, man, because this mic drains the crap out of it. I have to come in here with a full battery. Otherwise, man, this mic at 50%, you can hang it up. Do 20 minutes and get off of here. And I'm long-winded, man. Listen, appreciate y'all. At least a couple of y'all hit the like button. You know, for my actual subscribers, because my haters like to jump in here as soon as I go live and just hate and I hit the like button. But to my subscribers, you know what I'm saying, y'all continue to hit the like button. I appreciate y'all and the sharing and everything else that y'all are doing, because it really does help. You know, if you haven't noticed, my podcast channel is taking off because of the sharing and hitting the like button. So if you guys do the same thing over here, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe like you're doing, we'll continue to take off, and we're only getting bigger and better. So don't be shy. Sorry, y'all. Just feel like I was gonna burp or something. I guess they don't want me to get this out. Don't be shy to hit me up in the comments. You know, I'm super friendly to all my subscribers. The only people I go off on, or used to go off on, are haters, but now I just delete them. The only people I go off on are people on TikTok mainly. I don't go off on anybody in my comments. I just delete it. I'll delete it or hide them from the channel. It doesn't matter, right? So just drop some comments. You know, narc bullies out there. You know, you're doing your thing. Join me on TikTok and, King David the Chosen. If you see me on there doing that AI thing, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't hate. You know what I'm saying? Get a channel, do the same thing. Get to this bag together. You know, that being said, peace, love, and light. You know what I'm going to do? Love myself. Love yourself. And love God. I'm out of here.